Hey everybody, I'm Sam and this is Antiversal and you're listening to the Success Mindset podcast. And today I want to talk about the incredible, extraordinary benefits of thinking long term, of going after the long term success, after going after the long term game, about having long term goals and just stop focusing on short term stuff, but really looking into perspective. And I just can't stress how really important is that. I also want to ask the question why we as humans always kind of prefer the short-term goal. And I just want to ask that and hopefully urge you to ask yourself, because we really need to every day put effort into limiting this short-term thinking and really focusing on the long-term stuff. And this is everywhere around us, right? And I'll give just a few examples, but you can really apply that to absolutely everything into our lives. Everybody know and look at the three people that have won from the lottery, right? Millions, let's say, of dollars. But then we don't think about the 33 million people that are losing every day for years and years. We always remember, that one time that on a roulette in Las Vegas, let's say, right, we won $100, but then we don't remember the 1,000 other times that we lost $10, right? All of this is just this short-term thinking. And the truth is that the short-term thinking and the short-term gain is the fastest way to losing and to never actually achieving anything that matters. Because as I said, of these 33 million people that waste their money every day on lottery, right? What if they invested those money, right? What if they tried and built their business, What if they actually put them into education, which gave them, better job, or they found another opportunities? And this is where the long-term success comes against the short-term gain. For the short term, there is 0.0001% chance that you win the lottery, which means that there is 99.9999% chance that you lose all your money. And then you don't learn anything. You don't actually have anything back, right? And by the way, that is why even people that won the lottery, they end up losing all their money, right? Because they haven't worked hard for them. They don't have the mindset of long term, of thinking what you can build, of bringing value and creating value instead of just having some kind of money or gain, right? And this is where we fail. This is where a lot of people fail. On the other hand, though, if you're thinking long term, right, if we actually get our money, even if it's $50 a month, if we get those money and try to invest them or try to build, let's say, a business, right, an online business. Right now, there are online businesses that you literally can start with $50 or with $200, right? Think about the long-term opportunity of that compared to the loss you're taking, right? And the best thing is, if we're thinking long term, right? I talked about education, I talked about business, talked about investing. There's literally, if we put in the work and if we put in the time, there's literally anywhere between 95 and 99.9% chance that we win. 95% chance that we win. So I'm asking, why would you choose the 0.000% chance? Even the better thing is, if we're the 5%, right, or if we're the 1% that actually loses thinking long term, then we still actually gain, because we gain experience, we gain knowledge, we understand ourselves, we understand other people, we understand how business works. We maybe learn something about investing, or we just get some kind of knowledge which we can later still apply. And maybe, yes, on the first thing long term you fail, maybe on the second thing you fail, but on the third time or in the fourth time, I promise you will succeed. This is just simple maths and probability, right? If you put in the time and the effort, there is literally 100% chance that in the long term you'll succeed. So I'm asking again, why would we choose a short-term gain? It doesn't make any sense. And today actually is my birthday. And I was thinking about my birthday back when I was probably 12 years old, when I bought my bike. And it's just such a good, extraordinary example. I'm so grateful for my mother that she taught me that lesson, and this is an amazing example of really the parenting that children need. I remember I was probably like 9 years old and I really wanted a bicycle. But my mother came to me and told me, I won't buy you a bike, right? And then, I'm 9 years old, right? I'm still so little young. But I told to myself, right? So if I actually want to buy a bicycle, I need to find a way. I need to work. I need to put in my mind. And I need to find a way, to find a solution to my problem. And what I started doing is I didn't spend any money on anything I didn't want. So I was going to school, right? And back in the days, my mother would give me like 50 cents for my breakfast. So what I would do is spend 30 cents on food, 10 cents on something to drink, and I would save 10 cents a day. And then obviously on my birthdays, like my aunt and my grandmother and one of my mother's friends, let's say, right, they'll give me like $10. So what I would do is take these $10 or $5 and save them. The other thing I would do is when obviously I was working at the house, I was helping my mother with anything I could, but if there was something extra, right, that we wouldn't actually do, but I was like, okay, I can put in a little bit of effort more, right, to do something more. And I would ask my mother, okay, if I do that, would you give me like 30 cents or 50 cents or $1 or something like that, right? And I would save this money, and this was just incredible lesson of, first of all, understanding how the world works, right? Nothing is given just like that, right? Everything has a price. It learned me to really think about what I'm spending, really thinking about in the future, in the long term, and really setting a goal and working hard, no matter how hard it was, until achieving it. Because everybody around me were buying like some kind of sweet stuff, right? Or they would spend their money on, I don't know, a pizza or something, right? And I was saving. And I believe it was after 2 years and a half, I was 9 years and something, right? I think on my 12th birthday, I bought my bike, and I achieved my goal, and it felt great, and I love this bike, and I still have it, by the way, and it's amazing. That's just a really simple example of, I believe, the thinking we should have and how I actually grew this kind of thinking into myself. And even if you are 20, even if you are 30, even if you are 50, you can still do that. We can set goals and really understand that it's up to us to achieve them. And we work hard, we sacrifice, we hustle, we grind, and we look forward to achieving it. Thank you for your time. Please check out my Success Mindset podcast videos. They're linked in the card section in the top right of your screen. Check out Antiversal. I have an amazing content. It's all for you. And also consider checking out my Patreon page. There are more content and you can engage with me, talk with me, and also you can support the channel. Thank you for your time and stay Antiversal.